It's really nice when you walk onto that airplane and you turn left and you get that lie flat seat and get to sleep while you're flying overnight over the Atlantic Ocean. Can't beat that.
Yeah, so not only saving money on travel, but better accommodations, better experience.
And that allows you to hit the ground running, which is really what's important because you get to go experience all of these new places that you've never been before, different cultures. And when you're a zombie for that first day, you just lose a day to really get to experience it like you might want to.
I've been seeing a lot of Facebook memes or images about, oh, wake up at 6 o'clock, leave home at 7, be at the airport at 8, board at 8:30, and fly with some kind of like flight math or timetable. And I found this to be quite weird because when I get to the airport, I'm almost always getting there for the airport lounge. As I've said before, that's often starting the vacation for me.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite lounges is actually the Polaris Lounge at Dulles. The United Terminal is still the temporary terminal from the 80s. I guess 40 years is temporary. Absolutely gorgeous inside that lounge. And the meal is pretty good too. It really just allows you to just relax before you hop on that long flight and fly overnight.
Recently, I went to the Chase Sapphire Lounge in Philadelphia. That's been great. I was there shortly after it opened in April, I believe. I have a video on my YouTube channel. People can check out if they haven't been there. There's even an arcade inside the lounge. The place is huge compared to Centurion Lounge in Philly that was quite crowded. Past podcast guest Justin Walter called the Delta Sky Club at Philadelphia the Delta Sky Closet because it was a smaller place. But the Chase Lounge is quite spacious. And I also went to the AA Flagship Lounge, the American Airlines Flagship Lounge, because now I have Privilege Club Gold status from the Qatar or Qatar cardless credit cards. Instead of spending on expensive airport food or just having something small at home, I can go to the airport, have the peace of mind of being there early, hanging out, and if there happens to be a delay, I'm not sitting in the boarding area, I'm sitting in the lounge. So complimentary drinks, food, and a good experience.
I was at the flagship lounge in Miami and they were serving prime rib sliced directly in front of you on a proper carving board.
So the answer to everything is more cards for more lounge access.
Absolutely. And flying up front more often.
And how did you get involved with all of this? How did you get started?
So back when I was in grad school, I had the opportunity to go to China a few times, and that was back when American Airlines was awarding miles still for distance traveled. So that's 12,000 miles round trip, and I was going 2 to 3 times a year. And so that really got me starting to look into points and miles and really trying to figure out how I can maximize them and travel more. I then met my now wife, who I was living in Alabama at the time, about an hour outside of Birmingham in Tuscaloosa, and she was living in Charlotte, and that's a direct flight on American Airlines, and they charge $400 for a round trip flight over one weekend. I made $15,000 a year, so $400 was not going to cut it. Started looking around some more, learned some spending techniques, and I can't quit the hobby. I got to have more points and miles.
So you started pretty small, and then over time you found some creative spending or advanced techniques to spend even more to get more points, more sign up bonuses, and benefits.
Absolutely.